Look at this. Guardian bee suit, people. I've not got one sting so far. Knock on wood. Okay, here's the hives we're talking about out here in western Oklahoma. Looks like we need to clean the grass up around them, open their entrances up. So last I was here, I put 2 supers on each one. They look pretty strong. That one there, a lot of bees out on the front. Can't see that one very well. Let's get in here and see what we find. Hey folks, welcome back to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead, coming to you from out in western Oklahoma in this video. So I'm out by Fort Cobb, Oklahoma, which is due west of me, probably about an hour-and-a-half drive. So I got a couple hives here. These are my father-in-law's hives. I tend to them for him, and going to get in here. So last I was here, it's been late winter, early spring, and I supered them up, so it was probably early spring. I put 2 supers on them. They were really strong hives when I was here last. So chances are they've swarmed, but you know, you never know. So I just kind of set them up, and then I'm not back here for maybe a month or longer. So last year they were filling up 2 supers, so I thought I'd just get ahead of them and just start out with 2. And I brought 2 supers with me just in case. There's some really good nectar flow out around here. Not sure what they get on, but they find some good nectar. So I do have the extra supers. I could put them on if I need to. I'm going to check them out, and if I find swarm cells, I'll grab the queen if she's still there. If not, I may pull some little splits. Brought my Apame hive, so I can do 2 mini 3-frame splits, one on each side. So, and I brought some blank frames. So we'll get in there and we'll check them out and see what we find out here in western Oklahoma. Well, first thing I'm going to do is clear these entrances off. So most of the bees on this hive are off on one side, where this one they're covering the whole entrance. Which tells me this hive here is pretty weak, so it may have swarmed. So the prior year, this hive here was the weak one because it didn't requeen going into the prior winter, and I found a virgin queen in there and her wings were messed up. So I knew there's no way she could go out and mate. There was another queen cell in there, but it looked like it was really old. So we just let him go, and yeah, in the springtime this one failed. So this one did really good, so I pulled a split off of it and got this one going again. So that was last year, and then they both rebounded really well. I had 1 super on this one, they filled it, and this one I had 2 supers on, and they filled them both. Start on this one right here. We'll check these supers out first. Let me get my smoker lit. So I got the same stand out here, so I have at home. It's a bee mate stand. There's a link down below in the video description where you can order those plans. I think they charge $5 for the plans, but it's pretty neat. It's all made with 1-bys and then a little bit of hardware. And the frames will sit down in there, so you can put frames in it and you can set boxes on it. And it's pretty sturdy. Looks like we got a bunch of bees in there. So it's overcast. There's been thunderstorms through here. They came through here before they hit me at my place, and they pretty much cleared out, but there's some more on their way. And the temperature's down to about 60 degrees, I'd guess. It's really cooled off. So most of the bees from this hive are probably going to be right here. So we got a chance at having some pretty grumpy bees here, would be my guess. Good coverage up here. Looks like they're working the entire super. Let's pull the edge one and see what it looks like. Yeah, they're just getting started on it. Not much in there. In fact, that may have been a just a wax foundation from the looks of the one beside it. Not quite drawn out. Get this one out of the center. Got some weight to it. It's probably about 50% full, and they're drawing that out as well. So this super here, I bet you, was all blank frames. So it's a plastic rat cell, wax coated. Let's go a couple more over. This one's all drawn, and it's not quite full. It's probably 20% full. So that super doesn't have a whole lot in it. Let's get it off of there and look at the one below it. Definitely not going to need to add one. And here they come. Angry bees. Yeah, not a whole lot of weight to that. The Guardian bee suit's going to earn its keep today. Didn't get my smoker lit real well, but... So this super looks like it's all drawn comb. And there's not much in that, if any. Yeah, we got to get this thing lit. Let's pull one out of the center. Then we'll get down into the hive. A little bit of weight to that. This looks to me like, I'd say that's about 20%. They're just getting started. So they may not have had the same nectar flow that I've got at my place, which it's pretty strong right now. Let's get into the hive. Check for swarm cells, because it's definitely got a strong population. Losing a few stingers. Probably should have done that other hive first, because it doesn't look near as strong as this one. Instead of breaking it apart in the middle, I'm going to go frame by frame. As strong as it is, I suspect we're going to have some queen cells, and this is all pollen here. Wow, they're major pissed off. We've got brood here, capped brood, and there's some very young larvae right there, so we've got a laying queen in here, at least within the last few days. And if I spot my queen, I'm going to put her in a clip in case I start seeing swarm cells. Then I'll know where she's at. We can figure out what to do. It's a very strong hive. Don't see her there. There are so many bees on my veil, I can hardly see. There's one pissed off hive. So, got our rainbow pattern of brood here. Brood here has emerged, and she's backfilled a few. Don't see any eggs in there. She may be preparing to swarm and slow down her laying. Got some drone brood along here. Also, if I see a virgin queen, I'll nab her with my queen clip if there's any cells in here. So if I do grab a virgin queen, I'll make sure there's another queen in here, or I'll make sure there's cells. More brood. Boy, she laid it up. It'd be nice if I could find her. Still no queen cells. Same on this side, lots of capped brood. Hey, there's the sunshine. For about 5 seconds. Here's a new plastic frame. It is all drawn out, except the very bottom. So this was all brood, and it's all emerged. There's eggs here. So she's still laying. No swarm cells. This hive is going to be massive if it doesn't swarm and we split it. Good grief. What a hive. I very rarely get hives this strong at my place. This one feels like it's stuck down, so maybe there will be some queen cells on the bottom. Full of brood. Now it wasn't stuck down, it's just really heavy because it's so full of brood. Man, looking for a queen. There's a dry cut right there. They're not interested in swarming just yet. Looks like I'd have been better served in time just busting this apart in the middle and looking from the bottom, because I would have seen swarm cells by now. And they obviously have not swarmed, except right now in my face. We'll go one more frame, then we'll get out of here. I may just go ahead and put a third super on here just because it ain't gonna hurt anything. The ones I brought are undrawn wax foundation. More brood. No queen cells. Wow. That is one good queen. Tell you what. So if I see her now, I'm not gonna clip her. Put her in the clip. No need to. And with the smoke I was using, she may have went on down below. Let's go one more frame, just in case we might see that queen. God. It's another, just packed with brood. You know what? I could pull a split out of here just to slow them down. I think I will. I'm gonna pull a 3-frame split out of here. So here's a frame with lots of brood and eggs, so they can pull a queen down off of this. Make sure that queen's not on here. There's some drone brood on that. I can literally not see for the bees on my veil. I'm gonna set this back down in here just briefly and go get my Apame newt. Look at this. Guardian bee suit, people. I've not got one sting so far, knock on wood. Okay, here's the plan. I don't think I'm gonna pull a split out of this hive. It doesn't look near strong just from what I can see. I'm gonna pull 4 frames out of here. I'm gonna get a couple of brood, get me some frames that, a frame that I know has eggs so they can make a queen. And I'm gonna get a frame from the side that's got some honey nectar on it. And if I do decide to split this, I'll use the 4th frame I pull out of here to go over there in my Apame newt, and I'll show you that here in a sec. And then I'll pull 2 frames out of this and do the same thing. But I'm thinking this one we won't do anything with, and I'm going to add that 3rd super. I'm going to middle super it in the middle. That'll open up a lot of space. With 4 blank undrawn frames in here, that'll give these bees a lot of stuff to do, and they will probably lose interest and not be interested in swarming, because they'll have space, they'll have things to do, they'll have frames to draw out, and an extra super as well that's undrawn, and they can draw it out. There's the sun again. So let's pick out our 4 frames and weaken this down, and that'll prevent them from swarming, because I'm not going to be able to get back out here for a while and check for swarm cells like I do at my home place. So let's get in here and figure out which 4 frames, and I'll show you my setup over here. Yeah, so here's the Apame newt with the center divider. So I'm just going to pull that out. And I'll put 4 frames in here, and I'll fill in the other 3 with the other blanks. There we got our smoker going good. So with all the brood up in here, I could accidentally get that queen, and it wouldn't be a big deal. They just requeen. That would slow them down a lot as well. But I prefer to leave her here. Checking on here, making sure we don't get her. So there are definitely eggs on this frame. I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna shut the entrances. I'm gonna lock them down once I get the lid on it. So now I need a frame with some food stores, which this will probably be one. Ah, it's very light. These bees may not have a whole lot to eat, other than what I saw up in that super. I may have to feed them when I get home. Oh, here's some. I can feel it. Well, not a lot. So I'm gonna put in mostly undrawn comb in here. That's gonna open this up. A lot of space in here. So that's 1 frame. I'll put 1 in here. Ouch! There's a sting. Through my pants. It's a lot of eggs on here. So that's 3 frames I've taken. And I'm going to shake the bees off here just to get the population from them. Looking for that queen. In fact, I'm just going to take that frame. Here's undrawn, totally blank, brand new, wax coated. Another one. And we'll do 1 more right here. I'm gonna grab these bees, just shake them. So this outside frame, it's got no nectar in it at all. It's got a lot of pollen. So these bees are close to starvation. They've got some honey up in the top. But me pulling this population out of here will help them out some as far as that goes. But yeah, the nectar flow out here is not near as good. So they've had a lot of drought out here in the west. So that may be why. But this rain here is going to kick it in for them. So their population's peaked out and the nectar flow wasn't there as much. They got all these mouths to feed. I knocked them down by maybe a little over 5%, if that. All right, man, let's get this beast closed up. Woo! Oh my gosh, look at the front of that thing. So we gave them 4 blank frames, and I'm going to give them a lot more space in the top. I want to close this off. I'll put the other complement of frames in there at a later time. Look at this. They're attacking the camera. So these supers are reversed. This one's the bottom. Oh gosh, I need to. Smoke is not phasing them much. Okay, I'm gonna go get my empty super and put here. So this is what's coming our way. Look like there's any rain coming out of it yet. I'm looking west. I actually had a bee get in the veil, and I took care of her before she took care of me. So this is an empty super, totally undrawn wax foundation. 9 frames. Got my 9 frame tool here. So I haven't had a chance to get my 9-frame spacers put into all my new supers, so I was lucky I got these frames put together and foundation put in them. This works good the first time when there's not propolis everywhere and these frames slide easy. See how easy that was? Try this when it's full of propolis. Won't be that easy. Perfectly spaced. 9 frames. There's no weight to this. These bees are about to starve. That's not good. There's the sun. One little spot in that cloud. I think they'll be okay though. This rain we've got here is going to really energize them. There'll be a lot of nectar out there that they can go get that was not there before probably. Look at that, they don't go down. That is weird. Smoke just makes them madder. Hopefully I can not smash too many. Okay. Yeah, I would not want to come around these hives within 100 yards for the next week. Unless the nectar flow really kicks in and then they won't care, but yeah, they are pissed. I'm not going to tell my brother-in-law. He's the one that mows out here. Okay, got to get this thing sealed up. I need my bee brush. I don't think I have it with me. A few of them's just going to have to be stuck up there. So we got 4 really good solid frames in here. 3 are brood. 1 should be a food frame, but there's nothing in it, so they need fed right away. I'll do that when I get home. And we need to put 3 blank frames in here so they don't start building wonky comb down the sides. And I got the entrances sealed. No bees can come or go out of this box. Let's get it out of the way. All right, let's check this one real quick. So I'm going to do this one like I said I was going to do the other. I'm just going to crack it apart right there in the middle. Get these off of there because I'm betting they're not full of honey just like the other was empty. They will be empty as well. But there's a lot of bees up in there. This one I think may have swarmed on us. Or maybe not. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. Well, a lot of them went down in there too. Maybe these will be a little friendlier. Yeah, so a lot of bees up on here, but not that many in the super itself. I'm just going to pop this off and get it out of the way. Feel the weight of it. Oh, we got frames stuck on the bottom. A little bit of weight, not much. I think it does weigh more than the one next to it though. Over here. I think we got some honey in here. Yeah, where the bees are stuck to it, there's nectar in there. So they've got more over here. They were doing some of that over here, but there wasn't a lot in those cells. So it won't be so stuck together next time. So that top super I took off is one that I made. So it probably doesn't have as much space as the others that you buy. That's why all this little bitty burr comb was built in between there and stuck it together, because I had less space. And they stuck it together. Let's get this one off. Yeah, a little more weight than the previous one. I'm not going to take the excluder off. It didn't feel like it was stuck. Now we got some cups right there. Nothing in them, they're dry. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean these out of here. Oh, I'll take a closer look at that one. Yeah, it's dry. So I'm gonna clean these out and I'm gonna button her back up. We're gonna call it good. Actually, I think I will put that other, I'm not gonna pull a split, but I will put that third super on here to give them more space. Just, you know, for swarming purposes. And I will put it on top because they're not, well, they're working on both of those pretty well. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But right now, let's clean off those cells. Well, I don't know what happened. I bumped the record button, but I just cleaned off the little cups. You see some of the white from the larva of the drone brood. Is there any mites in there? I don't see any. Oh, there might be one right there. So I treated these with mite strips because I can't get out here and do 3 oxalic acid treatments in a row. I could, it'd be difficult though. Get this set back down. Bees are just rolling off the back here. See if these will go down. Yeah, these bees know what to do when you smoke them. Look at them going right down in there. Made sure there wasn't a queen in that little ball. Because if that was a queen, she wouldn't be able to go through there. Let's get our supers back on. I think I'm going to top super that empty one. That way they can finish these off, and if they need to, they can go do that other one. We'll pull a drawn frame out from the middle. So again, got the waxed foundation. And I'll put the drawn one right in the middle of this. See how this thing won't slide? That's just one frame in there. Can you imagine if they all had propolis on them and you're trying to do this with this thing? No bueno. Okay, bada bing. Man, look at all these bees. Shake these off. So if I put them on there like that, I'm gonna smash a bunch. So just gonna shake them right here. So there you go. 2 Mondo hives in Fort Cobb, Oklahoma. At least one of them is. This sucker here. This one's gonna be doing some more growing, and it's got honey, nectar. This one I'm a little concerned about, but if the nectar flow kicks in out here, it's going to be fine. But I hate to feed it with supers on there, but I think it'll be all right. So what we did, we came and we saw them. This one was packed full of bees, no swarm cells. So this queen is, this is her 2nd year, so she might have the swarm urge. So what we did is we opened up this brood chamber in the top. We added 4 undrawn frames. We middle supered an undrawn super. Gives them a ton of work to do, a lot of extra space that they didn't have before. So that will help them with that swarm urge should it show up. And this one, we added a super. I don't know that they'll use it or not, but I won't be back here for quite a while. So that will probably get somewhat filled up. Their nectar flow out here goes into the summer and almost to the fall. They have flows out here. I'm not sure what they're getting that I don't get. So I've seen them fill these supers in the late summer, like September time frame. So this one is not as strong. So, but took care of those cups, gave them some more space. So I think we're good on both of them. So that's the end of the video. Give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. We'll catch you on the next beekeeping video. Y'all take care.